Shalom to all my young daughters of Sarah. It's your big little sis Sai, and today's video is going to be girl talk. So we are talking vaginal care, menstrual cycles, and how to care for yourself during that time of the month. We're talking periods, period. So let's get into it. Personally, I got my first cycle when I was about 11 or 12 years old, and everybody is different. So you don't need to feel like, oh, you started too early or you started too late. Everybody's different. It's completely fine. Some get theirs earlier and some might get theirs in their mid-teenage years. It's completely fine. They say that the average length of a girl's cycle is between 5 to 7 days, but that is not set in stone. Again, everybody is different, so it could be 3 days for one sister and it may last an entire week for the next sister. But when you get it, you know you got it. Your body is going to give you signs, and when it comes, you know, even before it drops, you know. So women often display different moods. Some may say mood swings before their menstrual cycle comes or during their cycle. We may have more attitude. We may be more emotional than usual. We may seem like we're more tired or stressed and just more irritated, but we also have the opposite spectrum. We may feel completely energized, confident, calm. So it honestly depends on the day or that woman, so to speak, during that time of the month. The list of moods goes on, but what we don't want to do is be rude and snappy towards others. So it's important that we try to keep the moods that we're in, try to keep them in check. And along with these different moods that we may experience, there is also a plethora of symptoms that accompany our periods. Let me tell y'all that these curses are real, okay? These curses are real. A common symptom that one may get is acne on the chin. That's going to be a sign of hormonal changes. So that's a telltale sign that your menstrual may be coming if it has not already came. Other symptoms include having a headache, forgetfulness, joint aches, body pains, sore breasts, constipation, or you may have diarrhea, feeling of being bloated, hunger, nausea, and the most common symptom, I'd say like most women get this symptom, and that is cramps. Again, everybody's body is different, so you may have little of these symptoms, and if you are one of these people, well, praises to the Most High. But for those like myself, we are out here riding the struggle bus, sis, okay? The first day is the absolute worst for me all the time, without a doubt. When your cramps are really bad, there are certain positions that you can put your body in to help alleviate some of those muscle spasms. Me personally, I like to stay in my room. I lay on the floor and I'll put a blanket on with the ceiling fan on, and it's the whole thing. That's what makes me comfortable. For those of you that cannot take the pain and you're just like, oh my goodness, I need to do something now, you can always take ibuprofen or another pain reliever. I prefer to take the natural route, so I usually opt for different herbs and teas: peppermint tea, ginger tea, or hibiscus tea. Those are my top 3 teas. Now, to help with cramps, another tip that you can try is Peppermint Essential Oil. And what I do when it's that time of the month and my cramps are killing me, I will apply some on my hand and just rub it on my abdomen. And shout out to Sister Tab from Rochester who put me onto this trick, because it does work and it does help alleviate the pain temporarily. So sometimes I like apply this throughout the day if I'm really going through it. But yeah, give this a try. Another tip for when you have cramps, I highly recommend a heating pad, okay? Captain Aryeh's rib gave me this one Sabbath because I was really going through it, and I tell y'all, this is one of the best gifts that I have ever received. I love this thing, okay? This one has 3 settings. Let's see, that's low, medium, and then high. This thing stays on high with me, okay? So what do you wear when your monthly friend comes? For young daughters of Sarah, I highly recommend that everyone start off with pads. They need to get changed every 3 to 4 hours, but if your flow is on the heavier side, you need to change it more often. We want to keep fresh down there as much as possible. So here are some pads that I personally use. This is U by Kotex, got the big box, and this is just the regular. If you are someone that has a heavier flow, they do have different options when you go to the store to shop for them. Also love to use natural cotton pads. They're free of parabens, free of chemicals, free of fragrance. It's regular cotton pads. I have these U by Kotex overnight pads. It's thicker and the pad is longer, which helps for when you're laying down going to sleep. You know, you don't want to accidentally stain your undergarments or your blankets. The U by Kotex, it comes with the wings on the side. So basically when you unfold the wings, it acts as sort of an extra protection, I'd say. That way it also wraps around underneath your undergarments. You do not need wings. Like I said before, it is based on your preference, what makes you feel more comfortable. I highly recommend a panty liner where your flow is like extremely light. It's towards the end of your cycle. And if you are ever in a situation where you do not have access to any sanitary napkins or pads, you need to go to the bathroom and we're going to make a DIY pad, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some handy dandy toilet paper that is in the restroom stall, and you're just going to rip some up and you're going to fold it like so until it forms sort of like a pad that you can put in your underwear. So it's gonna go like that, and you're going to place it in like a pad. Place it in, go about your day. Now, whether you are at home or using a public restroom, it is very important that you properly dispose of your sanitary napkins, okay? They go in the trash. If you flush it down the toilet, it is going to get clogged in the pipes and you can risk flooding the bathroom wherever you are at. And then you're gonna have to get a plumber and they're going to have to manually remove that nasty, dirty sanitary napkin, and nobody wants to deal with that. So please do us a favor and dispose of it in the trash. Yes, we know that monthly cycles are natural, all women get them, but nobody wants to look at that. Nobody. So respectfully, sis, wrap that up, okay? If you don't know how to, let me show you. So pretend you're finished with this, you're ready to throw it in the garbage. What you're going to do, you're just going to roll it up like so. And I usually, like after you put on a new one, I take the wrapper of the new one and wrap it around the old sanitary napkin that you're ready to dispose of. And then on top of that, you're going to get your handy dandy toilet paper that's in the stall with you and wrap that around some more, okay? So it looks just like this. Just like this. Throw it in the trash. You see, nice and discreet. We don't need to see any of it. So this is how you dispose of your sanitary napkins. And again, they go in the trash. The trash. Being hygienic is extremely important, but it's even more important when it is that time of the month. I do recommend showering at least twice a day when you are on your cycle. So when you wake up, keep you nice, feeling fresh, and then right before you go to bed, shower again. And when you are in the shower, it is very important that you wash around your V area, okay? You do not want to wash inside the area with any type of soap or anything, because that's going to disrupt the pH balance and potentially cause more problems. Pretend this is your lady parts, okay? And when you are showering, you want to wash the outside gently with a fragrance-free cleanser. The only thing that should be on the inside is water, okay? Because your vagina can handle the rest, okay? It can self-clean. It does let it do its thing. And one of the simplest ways to stay fresh down there is to use fragrance-free flushable wipes whenever you are in the bathroom. So these, for example, this is what I use. It's just regular flushable wipes that you can get. You always wipe from front to back to avoid any type of possible infections that can happen. Whether it's number 1, number 2, or blood, it's always nice to have a wipe on deck and freshen up down there. and it can get what a dry piece of toilet paper may have missed. Another thing, you want to make sure that you are wearing undergarments that appropriately fit your size. You don't want them to be too tight. You want them to be breathable. So I also recommend having cotton underwear, especially during that time of the month. That way it can absorb any sweat that is being produced and get rid of those odors. We've all heard the saying that you are what you eat. So what you put in your body is going to affect how you feel and how you smell. You want to make a conscious decision to incorporate healthy foods into your diet, especially when you know it's about to be that time of the month, okay? Eat your fruits, eat your veggies, drink your teas, drink your water. It is important to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is going to allow your body to flush out any toxins that are currently in the body, as well as prevent your blood from clumping up when it is that time of the month. You want it to be nice and smooth flow, and at the same time, it's going to keep you fresh down there. Before this video ends, I do want to mention that you young daughters of Sarah should go and speak to your primary care physician if you have any questions, concerns, or are in need of any medical advice whatsoever. At the end of the day, it is your body. You are the one that's going to be the most in tune with your body, so you're going to be able to feel if something feels off. If something does feel weird downstairs, make sure that you speak up and seek help as soon as possible. This way, if it is something serious, we can fix it right away. You don't want to wait, stay silent, and then whatever condition you may have worsens. We don't want that. And that's all I have for this video. Lord's will, see y'all next time. Shalom.
They try to tell us that our strength is measured by a man's. That's not true, that's not true. And a woman's role is weakness if we submit to him. Lies, lies, lies. But we know our true power.